Hey guys, reading time. How is everyone? I hope you're doing great. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. What are the plans? Oh my God, hold on. All right, now let's get started. I forgot to turn on my candle. I don't know what's going on with me. You guys could be a little bit, feeling a little aloof right now, not knowing what's going on with you guys. But so I was just talking with a friend who I did a reading today with. And the channeled message, or the sign message, channeled message. The channeled message I was getting for her, or the advice I was feeling that I need to say to her that would apply to her situation was, the universe is bringing up certain fears within that maybe you hold on to. The universe brings up all of that gunk that we need to remove. And we have different stages. So what I was talking to my friend is I feel like she was, which we actually confirmed and everything, she's going through an end of a season and to really start that new beginning. She's needing to take that inspired action and such sign. But what I said to her was, you're going through the period of, when with your computers, when you're deleting something, they ask you, are you sure? You're going through that are you sure period of deleting old belief systems, old programming, everything that does not align with you with this new version of yourself that you're working on. And I feel that applies with my collective, with today's collective. And it was crazy because literally I wasn't going to do a reading today. I was feeling like maybe, I wasn't supposed to do a reading. And then I had this conversation with my friend. I was like, okay, let's FaceTime, because she wasn't able to come to my house, to my studio. So I'm like, let's FaceTime. Let's see what's going on. So I got into it. We're looking into it, and I was amazed. I was surprised. And it was so crazy because I literally told her I wasn't going to do a reading today. A collective reading at least, but for some reason I felt like it was immediate. I was like, I need to do this reading with you. So I do that reading, and then I was just downstairs and we were, talking, because she's a close friend of mine. So we were, we kept on talking after that, the session. So, and she was mentioning certain things, and then that download came to me and I was like, oh my God, I need to go do a reading. And I feel like it applies to this collective clearly, because immediately I was like, I need to do a collective reading. So yeah, that's why we are doing a reading today. So let's see what's going on with you, or what's going on, what you're feeling maybe energetically that you're really not understanding, or what you're confusing energetic. There's a reason why I'm saying all of that. I don't know. I feel like maybe you could be feeling a little bit, all over the place. But as I said to my friend, I feel like this collective, clearly, if I said it for this collective, you guys could be going through, really removing that which no longer serves you, because you're really going through, the transition of a new beginning. And by the way, we are approaching December. December is, yes, a 12-month, but I am seeing that month as a number 3. That is an expansion month. That's an expansion month. So, and we're coming into a 1 year. We're coming into after 8 years, we're coming into a new 1 year, and with a totally different energy collectively. So this is the month to really pay attention to what is being shown to you in your 3D. Because I feel like it's a very pivotal month for, even though I did say I feel like there's a lot of divines that will be coming into union. Union is not just, it's not just, and there's a reason why I'm saying this. There's a concept, and I work through it every day as well. Just because I'm doing this doesn't mean I know more. What you guys are going through, I'm going through as well in my own way. But, yeah, it's just, I feel like this, it is a time to pay attention. It is a time to pay attention. We really are being prepared for that new beginning that we so deserve. But we really need to remove ourselves from that, 3D aspect to really quantum jump. And I feel like that's what's happening. It's kind of like a quantum jump, what I'm feeling with this new year coming up. But anyway, I don't want to go overboard because I just start to ramble. And more because I'm feeling like I'm very enthusiastic but for doing this reading. So I know I can talk, and yeah. All right, let's see what the collective needs to hear right now through this. Right, collective, if I'm already speaking like this, right, collective, you've been working on your inner union for a while. Don't make it fit. Actually, let's get into details. How all right, oh my god, first, I'm hearing years, but first activation, like the activation, activation, the activation that really started that 2 years. Wow, that's not a long. Well, I said that really started maybe because I was hearing more 4 or 5. So it could have been that maybe 2 years ago, you really got into that hermit journey and just focusing on that soul searching and, really just evolving soulfully. Because I heard 5 for a reason. All right. Let's get into it. Let's see. What does this collective need to hear right now? Literally, conclusions are within reach and a fiery climax approaches. Yes, I feel that. I can feel that. At the same time, I'm seeing my Ace of Wands with this. I feel like kind of like finally about to get your big break, but there's a reason why I said what I said in the beginning of the reading. The energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, you're on the final steps, I feel. Your hard work is paying off, wanted to come out. This is hold your vision. Don't stop believing. And you could love it. I love that song, actually. I put 4 over 4 cards. But Emperor energy, don't action, confidence, just, believe, balance. I can kind of feel you guys. That's why I feel like it's been a while. It hasn't just been 2 years for this collective. I can feel like it's been heavy. It has been heavy and it has been lonely even at times, but you've had to learn that you're not alone. It's like, I feel like you're really going through another awakening of the mind, for sure. But also, I feel like you're going through, oh my God, it's like, I can't even put it into words. It's not heaviness, but it isn't light out either. You know what I mean? It's so weird. It's so weird. Like, literally, my mind just went blank. It's like, you guys could be maybe at some points kind of like, I don't want to say dissociating, but it's like everything is being shown. Absolutely everything. Every little crevice of that armor that you have created for yourself is being shown to you in your 3D. It's being mirrored to you. Everything that, and I'm starting to get a little bit of heaviness here. I feel like maybe you feel like the rewards in the 3D have been, so much tinier than the dedication that you've been putting, maybe. But that's the thing. That's what they're trying to really break you free out of. It's just, you found yourself. It's not about the external gain. It's about literally I feel like it's literally about just being able to live a peaceful life without the worries, without the attachments, just being able to enjoy. Yes, I'm not saying you don't have to put in once you heal, and it's a forever journey. You never stop healing, but I feel like it's, when you, and it's relevant for this collective, when you end a very long karmic connection, and relevant for this collective, clearly you've ended maybe 5 years ago a karmic connection, a very long and painful and just exhausting karmic connection. It's kind of like that, that kind of feeling. It's like the exhaustion, and but you keep on going, and you keep on, you still have this belief, and you still have this, and even though it is coming from a little bit of your ego and a little bit of wanting to be right per se, or not wanting to fail mostly, that's what kind of like kept you going until you just said stop, enough. It's kind of like that, but in this sense, instead of saying enough, it's saying I'm enough. You know what I mean? I am just enough. I do not need the external. I do not need the validation. So again, as I said, and again, rambling, clearly, it's relevant for this collective, everything I'm saying. You're just going through you're ending a very, very tough season, and they're really wanting to solidify, this new beginning with this, cosmic yearly alignment with that what I mean, with next year. So just don't let that thinking, because what I said before, that feeling of not getting so much in the external. I'm usually not someone who speaks like that. I usually don't explain like that. So I kind of feel like that's what this collective you're going through mentally right now. So just be aware of that. Remember, we create our own reality and the frequency that we live in. And that is what is wanting to be removed. Those little mindsets that come over you, or those little, your brain's opinion of, oh, that's just what you need to finish putting delete on. Like, are you sure? Yes, I am. Go away. Thank you very much. But hold your vision. There's a reason for it. All right, conclusions are within reach. Balancing spirituality and practicality. I'm seeing my Queen of Coins. Whenever I see that, I kind of see it as being in that Queen of Coins energy, being very realist. Yes, she follows her intuition. Yes, she's very abundant, and also clearly this collective. If that's the first thing that you could be an Earth sign, but if that's the first thing that came to my mind, clearly it's relevant. You're not, you're clearly sitting in abundance. It's just, that lack mind frame that's coming over you right now, and maybe it's a little bit overwhelming. But again, as I said before, they're wanting you to delete that. So maybe practicing a little bit. We're going to get surrender cards, but I'm seeing that, practicing gratitude. Practicing a little bit of gratitude will get you out of that. My sun in reverse, that get you out of that, lack mindset, and more into a grateful mindset. What does the universe do? It's attraction, literally. If we're always, whining, what is the universe gonna keep on bringing? Why would the universe give us anything else if we're just gonna whine about it? You know what I mean? So just Be a little bit more realistic. And pay attention to where that lack mindset is coming from. And then say thank you for that information, but delete. Fiery climax approaches. Maybe you need to meditate a little bit more to get some answers from within. Confirmation. The end of a tough cycle. Approach. That's why you're going through that fiery climax. That's why you're going through that explosion of emotion right now. They're wanting you to finally close this cycle out and really start this new beginning in that new frequency. Literally, I'm seeing my quantum jump with that. Your loved ones are safe. So maybe that's where that fear base is from also. Maybe you feel, whenever, and there's a reason why I said, when we're going through that karmic and then we kind of like, everything is removed. After we kind of like made that decision, we really quantum jump into it. And that's usually when the divine appears for whoever is in the divine journey. I feel like it's collective maybe. And there's a reason why I'm saying this, because I literally heard that. You guys could be worrying if maybe you're about to lose some connections or people around you, through this quantum jump. You're gonna, not have the people who maybe supports you around, or who you feel that it's that, kind of Six of Pentacles energy of support. Whatever you're worrying about, you don't need to, I feel. We will confirm everything, but I feel like that's something that maybe because you are going through a removal, it would not, and also, maybe you were someone who actually, it's been hard and it's been exhausting finding the right kind of people you hang around with, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like you finally found your tribe and you feel like you're about to lose them. I'm saying that for a reason. Don't make that fit. But you have nothing to worry about. The energy is gaining momentum, and whoever is going to be removed, clearly it's because they're not on your same frequency. And if there was someone who is going to be removed, they are soul family. Think of this as I feel like there's a period for everything, There's a moment where we meet the person, where we evolve, and more if you have different ages with friendships, or clearly I'm going into detail with this, clearly it's something that's really weighing heavy on your heart right now. You're not going to be left alone, so just trust, and anything that is for you. And clearly, if I'm speaking about divines, immediately when I start this reading, about the journey, about whatever is meant for you will always return to you. So again, old belief system, out the window. Press that delete. Energy is gaining momentum. I love these cards, but they're so hard to shuffle. What do you need to release? Literally, as I was saying it. Waxing and waning moon. So you have full moon eclipse. So it's maybe since the full moon eclipse, that was, I think it was September, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it like between the 20th or the 21st of September, the full moon? Or was it the 17th? I can't remember what day it was. I know it was in September. But maybe since the full moon, this is that eclipse really affected this collective. You could be a Pisces as well. Maybe that's something that, they're really trying to get you to balance your emotions. I feel like that spirituality is really connected with our emotions. So whenever I see that, it's like emotions. But yeah, maybe since the full moon eclipse, this has been going on for you. Hold your vision, but you're almost there. Being fussy. Hold your vision. All right. Let's see if we can get information for Hold Your Vision. Take time to breathe out that negativity, what you're releasing. Don't try to rush yourself. I feel like this collective, you're almost there. A new romantic cycle, and literally, as I said about the heart, a new romantic cycle is about to begin. Justice energy, Libra. Let's get you one last one. Hold on. Last one overall. And then, yes, I would like to see what you guys are going through right now. What's bothering you emotionally to confirm? Dear Lord. But a lot of purple. Step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. It's a time for healing. It's a time for healing. You need to take advantage of this moment. The end of the cycle is, yes, it's super hard. But remember that the universe will never put in your plate, will never put in your energy and anything that you can't handle. You're clearly strong enough to handle this. So just remember that. All right. Let's see. Let us see. So I don't know if I want to get tarot first or if I want to get, I actually want to get your contract. I want to see what's activating in your contract with these to confirm, because clearly the details I said were clearly relevant for this collective. Everything I say is for a reason, but I want to see what's, and literally on the bottom, the magnet, the field of influence, energy, desire, longing, what you're feeling. All right. This collective's contract. Please show me this collective's contract currently. What is going on in their energy? What is that? The crow wanted to come. Of course, I'm kidding that out. I totally feel that. You guys could have, because I usually, when they haven't come out like that, I usually do not do that. Crows are relevant for this collective. That could be one of your favorite animals. You guys could be a single mother or single parent. But strength, finances, benefits. You guys have nothing to worry about. All right. Oh, beautiful, of course. All right, so we have the falcon. We have this bear. We have this crow. We have public venues, garden, and the church. But already, framework, structure, you're going through a collective consciousness. This isn't just you guys. This is something that's happening collectively. Again, as I said before, I feel like, and more so with, we're going into a new year, a new 1 year, a beginning year, you know. It's happening collectively. So we could all be feeling ourselves right now, but your belief systems, of course. But a new event are happening. They're trying to get you to be in this clever problem solver energy. But you're remembering certain mysteries are coming up, magical powers as well. Maybe you've been, and 222, literally unexpected miracles with your third eye, with your sight, and literally with your sight. I'm seeing my unknown gift. So not only with your sight, but literally with your magical powers with these. But you're going through a transition, big changes, you know, connection with your higher self. Your far-reaching vision is being, so of course, if your far-reaching vision, if you're already someone who, you know, and I feel like this happens to all of us who maybe have this ability to see ahead and to channel energy, and you know, it's like, I feel like that happens to the overthinkers mostly. But because it's like we have to kind of like really get out of that, sever that tie with what we're feeling, because our energy is pretty mute as spiritualists, not spiritualists, but as, you know, channelers and transmuters, it's pretty, yes, we can have moments of happiness and stuff, but never like ups and downs like that isn't something normal, or shouldn't be something normal for our energy if we're really embodying that. And there's something that we still need to work on if we're still going through that, yes. But also when we have this, I don't want to say issue, but when we have trouble maybe with discernment, or with, really being able to, be like, okay, no, so this isn't my energy. This is really someone else's. I need to do a reading. I need to do this. I need to do that. You know what I mean? I feel like that's something not only relevant for this collective, but also I feel like it's kind of like they're wanting to get you out of that, the archiving. You know what I mean? The arc. So that you can really tap into that far vision ahead, not only for yourself, but for your community, for that part of service that you give. But there is a focus. I do feel this collective, you're really, even though you're going through the heaviness, you're not giving up. So clearly that's why this collective, you're finally about to breathe again. But certain abilities as well with this bear energy, really, you could be a little bit protective of your energy right now. 15th of the 10th could be significant date. 22nd of the 2nd could be a significant date, birthday. You could have manifested in that date as well, maybe, came to my mind. But your finances, there's benefits. You have the strength within you. You could be, someone not large, but, I'm saying, not imponente, like someone who can turn heads in a room is what I'm saying, or muscular as well. But I feel like this is bully. I feel like you're going through the removal of the internal bully. You know what I mean? Having strength within, really. Oh my God, look at my candle. So this fell. I haven't had this happen for a while, because they usually just, this little thing fell. So now there's like 2 candles right here. Usually they like, it doesn't really, it's melting so weird today. My candles have been melting so weird lately. But going back to the reading, there is something about an event or a meeting, a date, but community as well, playing the field. Maybe you started to get yourself out. Not maybe in a romantic way, but just, in maybe but you have been in and if it's been since September, maybe you were a little bit in isolation. You're like, you know what, I want to really, have fun. But being outdoors as well is what I'm seeing with that. So you could have been really focusing on connecting with nature, which is really good. But public venues, societies, crowds, I kind of feel like maybe you could be kind of like avoiding crowds right now. Mostly if you're so heavily with your energy, in the sense, not your energy, but you're already feeling everyone else. It's like, I feel like this collective, you could be taking a break of maybe crowded places. But right now, what's being activated, your dogma. So you do have marriage, the collective consciousness, certain structures of the mind, your belief system, your programming. Also, you could be having certain family things going on, like maybe you're really connecting with your family as well, really reinforcing those family values. I did say Mama Bear or Papa Bear, but I feel this collective, you could be really connecting with your I was gonna say parents, but I want to say family. It could be with your parents as well. But 15th of October could be an important date. 20th of August, 36. You could be 36. Yeah, I feel like this is more the karmic energy that you're really releasing. the storm within, sudden and unexpected ends, and maybe that's also that belief system that this collective you're needing to remove, that something is going to end, that the storm is brewing, and I feel it's because clearly this collective, you have been, I feel I'm seeing my work cards like going, really putting in that effort, putting in that effort. And this collective, I feel you've been feeling like you've been, bagged and bruised, and like cachetadas universales I was hearing, universal slaps per se. But I feel like that's what's, they've been trying, it's like, wake up, bitch. I'm sorry. You could be someone spicy like that. I know. That's never come out in a reading. Oh my God, I'm red now. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like that slap to get you out of that. You know what I mean? But you're going through the end part. You're going through that total wreck to finally program yourself, to really solidify that programming that you've been working on to solidify. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that, wanting to copy and paste over it, so it kind of like overwrites that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like that's like this collective. You feel like it's been brutal. It's been brutal. All right, let's confirm these. Pro. Oh God. The Tower, standing alone. But again, hierarchy, systems, belief systems, your guidance. 19th of the 6th could be an important date. You could have gone to Paris. Why am I hearing that? I never really pay attention to that tower from this card. But you've been observing, you've been paying attention. I do feel like now this collective, like, it could have been that maybe at some point in the past couple of months, you've kind of like been seeing signs like, oh, I don't want to see this anymore. Kind of like over it. But I feel like this collective, you're kind of understanding the towers. It's just that it's because it's been so long. It's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like weighing you down as well. And because of all of those old belief systems that have kind of like resurfaced again. That maybe that you feel like this. It's literally that card of the growth, where I've allocated that as seeing outside of the box in the emotion, trying to learn from the emotion instead of, letting it overpower you and overtake you. But this collective also, maybe, you've been someone and that could be also part of why you have this fear of your circle or your support system is about to be broken again and you're going to lose it all. Maybe you've really found people who actually accepted this part of you, is what I'm hearing. That magical power that you were feeling like you weren't alone in that. And they were actually praising you for your power instead of, being like, oh my God, you know what I mean? But also, even through that, I do feel this collective, not only the knowledge, but this belief in your magic and your abilities. I feel that because it has been a long time since you've had kind of like a blessing in the external, maybe you're starting to believe that, you weren't really that much. But it's like I feel, and literally as I'm reading, it's like I'm seeing it's like always the positive, the negative, the positive, the negative, the polar opposites. I want one more for that. 22nd of June. So it's something having to do with stuck energy in the 3D, literally what I was saying. But you need to be more practical. Yes, they're trying to ground it, be a little bit more realistic. There's a reason why I brought up that Queen of Coins. But your dependability on yourself, you're going through builder and maker energy. You just need to, And also, if you are going through builder and maker energy, what I always say, what we think, we create. So remember, the negative part or the heavy part, maybe it's your collective. And also, it's because you're removing. It's the, are you sure you want to delete this? And you push yes. Remember that. But whatever this is, of whatever this problem that you feel like you've been wanting to solve, there's something that's stuck here, because again, there's something in your mind. I feel there's something from 3D aspect that you are not seeing the right way, so it's kind of like stuck in that frequency. You know what I mean? Literally the tangible. Falcon. Oh my god, strength. So strength with your, see, but communication. This is the nervous one. So, and also you could be, again, another one, absorbing other people's things. You know, if I'm speaking like this, clearly you have kind of like a high priestess mind. You could be practicing. You could scry, you could, scribe as well. You channel in some way or form. So this collective, I feel like there's something that maybe you've been channeling that maybe you feel it could be for you, and maybe you feel like, or you've been feeling like it's something that's not a possibility anymore. There's a reason why I'm saying this. There's something that within the next 7 to 14 days, this collective, that there's some sort of strength you need to embody. And I do feel like remember, there's a reason why they're wanting to really, create that permanence with that far-reaching vision of yours. They're wanting you to see more than what is being shown. You know what I mean? Even though, yes, being realistic, it's, right, collective will understand. But whatever this is, of this communication, this nervousness, this debating, and it could be tied to this as well. A certain text or call from someone, you could be about to get, some sort of contact. Something that maybe in the past was flighty, and that's also something that is kind of like worrying you as well. This is a card of negotiation, which I don't dislike, but the only thing that maybe kind of like I'm not really loving is the nervousness, but I wasn't really, we'll see what's going on with that. But Broom, you're removing unwanted things. Clean up. It's unavoidable. You're going through a total makeover to restore your harmony, your true harmony, the one you deserve. Bear. Whatever is financial, allow things to happen. Don't focus on it. Trust in divine timing. This is something spirit, element of spirit here. So whatever you're doing having to do with financial, having to do with, even protection, or whatever it has to do with your boss and CEO energy, or even your this, guidance energy, spirit has a hold of it. Just allow. Focus on your source of energy. So focus on your soul spark. I'm hearing enjoy. You need to start enjoying. You're the life force. You could be feeling like you're kind of like in that void period a little bit as well. But your prime element. Just trust in divine timing. You don't need to worry about this. Garden. You could have gone to a garden, and I actually heard the movie Secret Garden. You could actually like that movie. I've never said it in my collectives. I don't know how many blah, 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 blah. I can't believe it, a little bit tongue tied. Oh my god, I sounded kind of like a robot right there. The hell? I don't know that much people who know about that movie, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like millennials will be the one, or maybe a little bit older generation. Garden. Oh, transformation. Whatever this event is, could be a transformative event, but embracing change, evolution of the soul, rising up, reinventing yourself. Be open. Be open. And also community. I really am seeing community with that. And there's a reason why I'm saying that. I have been having a lot of readings where, even in my masculine readings, I've been like, if there's something about there's a need for community, you know, embrace per se, you know. I feel like I've been not pushing, but I feel like I've been really, you know, reinstating the importance of us to be, you know, connected with our community in some way or form. Where you are going through a transformation, or whatever this event or party or, you know, happening is, it's going to be a transformative one. It's going to help you evolve your soul. So just be open. Church. Oh, really? The Moose, powerful, independent, time alone. The attitude is everything, and more so if you are going through, you know, the reprogramming of those belief systems. Staying calm, cool, and collected, confidence, solidarity, and number 9, by the way. 23rd of the 9th could have been an important date. But number 9, closing out. Detach from that 3D. Yes, you could have been in hibernation. You could have been going within for a very long time and in silence and reflecting. You're going through a completion. Holidays could be significant as well. And I've been saying, I feel like there's a very big wave for the holidays. And there could have been a memory tied to the holidays that maybe is weighing on your mind a lot, having to do maybe with this as well. And I heard when I was seeing the garden with the butterfly, you could have actually been in a garden where there was a bunch of butterflies all over around you. All right, let's get one more overall. All right, last one. Or last 2. But you're on top. Clearly wanted to come out. You're on target with this magnet energy. So you need to be focused. You need to be quick and precise. 132 could be an angel number that you might be seeing. And it's funny because literally this, if you put it like that, 321. 321 action, being on target with everything that is happening here, with this longing, the desire, the gravity pull, the magnetic pull that you're feeling as well. Yes, attraction, charm, je ne sais quoi, seduction, the yearning, that you're in a field of influence right now. So you're feeling people, a lot of people. You're feeling a lot of people. You need to be on target with what is yours and what is the rest of the energy, and remove it. And if it is yours, then remember, you're going through that are you sure period. Are you sure you want to delete this? Yes, thank you. Bye. Thank you for teaching me what you needed to teach me. High confirmation, what I said for this collective. Thank you for High Priestess energy. Confirmation. Follow your intuition. Certain past life knowledge could be appearing through your dreams, and I've been saying that for my collectives as well. There is information being exchanged through dreams. Pay attention to them. But you're in the space between the inner and the outer world. They're wanting you to detach from the outer world and really focus on being connected with that inner world and that, astral. But the moon, 5, transformation, but your emotions. Sign. Alrighty then. Okay. All right. Let's get you some surrender cards before I really get into it. Let's get some surrender cards. See what this collective needs to surrender to at the time. Surrender your fear of change. Are you kidding me? The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Literally, I've already said it. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you just fear aging, or that's pretty gruesome, but grim. Blah. Repeat the affirmation. I have faith that all is well. Field of influence. What we think, we create. High Priestess energy, you have magic within. You need to remember that. That High Priestess, I feel, is not only just an oracle. She has an ability, you know, to really, it's like, and it's reminding me of that. And it's funny because I haven't even seen the whole, what's it called? The whole show, oh my God, the something of witchcraft it's called. It's with this girl who was in I Am Number 4. She's like this, there's an episode that she's this tree, you know, she's like, she can really handle all of the elements. I'm seeing that. And there's a reason why I say this, because you could have been really focusing on connecting with Mother Earth as well. There's something about the elements for this collective as well. And it's relevant for this. And I got chills all over my back just now. But I see that High Priestess as not only that oracle who can see beyond her like 3D vision, but she can also really create whatever she sets her mind to. It's like she has this, you know, this power within her to manifest as well. There's a reason why I'm saying that for this collective. You need to just trust. And remember, the ups and downs emotionally, and more for High Priestesses, are sometimes, yes, it could be our energy that we need to, our own karmic energy we need to, you know, work on. But also the majority of the times, it's people you have around you. And there's a reason why I said this collective, you could have been isolating. You're not wanting to spend a time in crowds because you're already overwhelmed. That's your High Priestess speaking to you. So just trust. Just trust. You've waited this long. Why not, you know, surrender to what is? Whatever is troubling this collective, you could be a little bit in denial with certain things around you. And I did speak about it. There's a couple of things I feel like are kind of like worrying this collective right now. But because it's all having to do with the transition you're going through and such. But just let everything flow. Focus on enjoyment. There's a reason why also, you know, you're feeling this need with that garden energy to, you know, want to get out there and have fun, you know, really enjoy being in the present moment. But flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accept it exactly as it is, and it will bring you peace. And look at all of the kind of like that. I'm seeing that a little bit of a, I am so tongue-tied, but I'm seeing that as sacral. So there's something having to do with, again, and it's part of, you know, you really coming into that inner union. I said it in my collective, I think it was yesterday. The universe really, it's like, I feel like this collective, you guys could be going through it as well. It's like, the last bit, or, you know, the really core wounds or belief systems that maybe you've just shoved down, and it's been, you know, when you kind of like make those, the juices that have like the little polvito. It's like the Tang. It comes in a little bag that it's all like oh my God, why can't I say this word? Right collective will understand what I'm saying. And you have to put it in the bottle. It's you open it and you have to kind of like mix it, and sometimes it like it's on the bottom, all in the bottom, like concentrated there. The universe, what it's doing, it's kind of like revolviendo. It's really mixing it up so it goes to the surface, so we're conscious about it and we can finally remove it. So just trust. Just trust. This is a good transition. I'm getting my hurt right here again. You don't need to worry about it. You saw that, right? Surrender to divine timing and surrender your complete healing. Literally, as I was saying it. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. It's a reason for everything. And that's something that I've been really trying to solidify in my day-to-day, even when I'm like going to pick up my kids at school, or when I'm going out and I need to, you know, call a car or a cab or something, and maybe it's not coming in the time I wanted to, and it's like, okay, so wait a minute. Because maybe it's like we have this app like Uber. So I'm requesting an Uber, and maybe, you know, it one accepts my trip and then immediately cancels it. And it's like, oh, the frustration. And it's like immediately my brain, oh, the frustration. But then I'm like, okay, no, wait. There's clearly a reason why this is taking its time. The universe is clearly protecting me with something here. Just need to focus on that. Whatever is not, you know, whatever your ego is really wanting to happen, it's not happening clearly, because the universe knows that it would be devastating if maybe it did happen in the state that we are in the moment. You know what I mean? It would be something that would detriment our healing and would maybe take us 10 steps back, instead of being something positive for our healing. You know what I mean? But surrender your complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Just trust. Just trust. And surrender defensiveness. I don't know if maybe this collective, you're being a little bit defensive. You're going to be fine. All right. So I know I said I wanted to get into that, you know, that whole connection thing, but I kind of want to get you animal cards first, and then I want to get you my animal apothecary cards, because I saw the growth. I saw a couple of cards there, but first I want to get you, oh, the tiger. I love the tiger. Sorry, I'm not normal. So let's see what spirit animal you're currently embodying, or even currently protecting you as well. We'll see that, and then we'll see that other deck, and then we'll see what's going on with this. Because there's a reason why I said I want to tap into your contract, and I do feel like there's something happening there within your contract with that special someone. That new beginning. A little bit right now. Let's get one more. And bird of truth. Are you kidding me? Inner truth, by the way. And look, feminine and masculine energy. Balancing. Practicality and spirituality, literally. Oh no, this is my Spanish book. I need to get a big book for my English one. I feel like this is so tiny, and it's like, I like my big book more. But anyways, oh look, right on target. Afraid of everything, overwhelmed and frozen. The rabbit loves to remind his friends that someday the eagle, oh my god, and literally this did not just happen. What the hell? That the eagle will swoop down and eat him. So literally it's like I'm gonna say it's literally like you're afraid of yourself. No, my darling, no. That was so, I didn't even remember that this said that. That was insane. That has never happened in reading ever. Oh God. So he talks and talks and talks about it so loudly, in fact, that one day the eagle hears and thanks him for the great idea. Rabbit energy is alive when we are scared, most often about the future. So literally there's something, I feel like there's something that this collective saw with your site then. Or maybe I feel like maybe you could be confusing it with something that's your collective is going through, or you know, that someone around you is going through. I do believe that there's a cycle that you're about to close with the same thing. So maybe, and maybe even you can feel like there's about to be communication, there's about to be some sort of contact with this person. And it has been a long time since you had contact. And, every time that you've gone, and I'm saying it for a reason, and we're going to confirm, but I do feel like it's going to be confirmed. And you think that it's going to be again like the same way it was before, but you need to remember you are not the same person you were before. None of you are. None of you are. You wouldn't be getting this close of the season just because. Just trust. Just trust. And remember, you're going through, I want you guys to repeat that through all of December. I'm going through the last part of deletion. I'm going through my "are you sure you want to delete" moment. Yes, I do. And reaffirm that every day if you need to. But let's go back to this. So, and we become our worst enemy. We spin up a dust cloud of fear. And then complain to others that we are lost. Notice your thoughts and words, oh rabbit. They shape your destiny. Literally what I said before. You could be, I'm seeing that destiny and it came to my mind. You could be a number 9. And your last card with that other that was number 9. When imbalanced, sensitive, problem solver. Problem solver. The crow. Sign. And good listener. When out of balance, over explains and talks fast. And look how I'm literally sign. And look how I'm like blah, 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 blah. Right, collective, you know. To bring into balance the day of silence. And it's that high priestess that you got. Maybe that's more of the, the inner knowing of what you need to do. Really go into silence to really be able to discern what is your thought pattern and what are also, those messages you're getting, those channeled messages you're getting. All right, let's get air. Volcha. Hold on. I should have done this before, but, can't do anything about it now. Just stay here. Okay, so the eagle. All-pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. And there's a reason why I said this collective, that series is clearly relevant, and clearly this collective, you have an ability, maybe even you could be a scryer, or even, and you know what I'm seeing as well, you could actually do telekinesis, but what I was seeing actually was, and it's funny because I was literally seeing myself when it happened, when I did it, and that literally came to my mind. I was like, oh my God, clearly this collective, they did it. But I don't know if maybe you haven't, but I do feel like it could, well, I'm rambling again, talks fast again. You guys are going to be fine. All right, center. I don't know if this collective, you've ever maybe gone to a space where they would put those machines where there was a lot of fog, and usually it happens in raves and, in bars and those kind of places. I'm seeing this very specifically. I know but I'm seeing it like that. I don't know if this collective, you have had a chance to play with your energy with the air, because I was literally seeing that. Like maybe maybe you went out dancing or something and you kind of started like this and really played with it and like that. And then a rush of smoke came over you and you could see a difference between the space between the smoke and yourself. Like I'm seeing like this kind of space like that. Like the smoke could have been like all around you here and you were like in this bubble of no smoke whatsoever. And you were just doing this. And just maybe removing. I'm seeing that very specifically. It's relevant for this collective. And that's why, and there's a reason why I brought up that, what is it? The group, I can't remember what the name was. Documentary of Witchcraft or something like that. I can't remember what name, how it was called, but I was seeing that specifically. All right. So When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. A fiery climax approaches, and you got that. The eagle pushes us to our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. And literally, what did I say before? The universe will not give us anything that they do not know that we are going to be able to overcome. They don't want to see us fail. They provide the lessons because they know that we are more than capable to just, get through them. I don't even want to say pass them. It's not a competition. It's not a test. It's just, lessons that will help us grow. But when in balance, bright, radiant, and challenges. So challenge accepted is what I hear with that. When out of balance, controlling. To bring to balance, step into the unknown. Take that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith. That was awesome. That was insane. And that with the rabbit and the eagle, that was insane. That was insane. But I do feel like there's something that this collective, maybe, I feel like you're more tied to what I said before. That 3D aspect of what happened in the past. That's why you need to let it go. All right. Let's get a universal message. Surrender to receive. Yes. And 2, duality. And I just noticed I'm kind of like wearing that kind of colors. Maybe you're wearing these kinds of colors as well to keep you calm, cool, and collected. This is a very calming kind of color is how I see it. Release expectations. 20. You will not believe. You will not believe. You will not believe. What were your first cards on this deck? 22 and 2. I know it said 2 and 22, but I'm not even showing it. That's so funny. Stop it. 22nd of February is relevant for this collective. Is important. It's an important detail. It came out twice. And in the first. But 222, surrender to miracles. Well, no, it's not surrender to miracles. It's unknown. What was it? Unknown miracles? I can't remember what it was. But 222. Miracles happen once in a while when you believe. Surrender to receive and release the expectation. You're being granted a key. And you're being spiritually protected. Spiritual Panther. You're almost there. 44. Hierophant energy. Mind frame. Your belief system. Programming. Values. Yes, marriage. Yeah, but embodying that energy. You can create. Just trust. You're almost there. Of course you did. Of course you did. Of course you did. Master Manifester. 10, completion, yes, but there's that crow. What did I say? Sign. Could be seeing a lot of spiders. They're wanting to give you your victory. Wear the crown, be the crown, you are the crown. But Master Manifester, again, another confirmation. This collective, you think it, you create it. This is why you need to be on top of that thought pattern right now. And remember, you're going through. I'm just going to let you guys finish that sentence for me. Surrender to receive. See, already I'm feeling a little bit better. I feel like you guys are going to be fine. You guys could already be centering yourselves as I'm reading this. Claim your power. And that tiger. Eye of the tiger. Claim your power. Oh my God, that's my daughter singing in her room. I was like, what the hell is that? All right. Surrender to receive. I'm already feeling that Ace of Wands, by the way. So that's nice. This guy's going to be fine. What was that one? The taming to attain. The taming and obtaining. You need to change your perception. You need to change your perception. Get your head out of that sand. 21st of February could have been an important date as well. 10th of February, October 10th as well. October 10th, clearly relevant. October 2nd and 22nd of October and 21st of October. But again, look at the kind of the blue communication and the kind of like that sacral color I was seeing. So whatever, I'm seeing that sacral a lot. So it's all having to do with self-worth. There's something, there's whatever is being resurfacing in your mind has to do with your self-worth. It's the programming that you've created having to do with you not being enough, and you are enough. The other day, I said it today. I said it in this reading, right? Oh my God, see, already forgetting. Just trust. Don't forget who you are. You're remembering who you are with that pro energy. No expectations. Action leads to success. Take inspired action. Number 1, 22nd of January, 21st of January. Almost there. Literally. Just trust. Literally. My God. Oh, dear Lord. And again, 132. 132 is, it could be a recurring, I don't know why I'm spitting. So sorry. It could be a recurring number that you're seeing. So I know that 1 is more that oneness energy, that beginning energy as well. It's starting energy. 3 is expansion and 2 is I'm saying that for a reason. Maybe you guys have that's kind of like your system of the numbers that kind of like appear to you. That's how you kind of like decipher what the energy is of that number. It came to my mind for a reason. Master Manifester. You're about to shine. You're about to shine. 26th of October as well. And what did I say that I saw? The quantum that you could have seen a grasshopper. But 36, you could be 36. But you're about to quantum jump. You need to just trust in this eye. And they're trying to balance this right now. Just trust. Literally just trust. Last one. And we'll get into that because this is going to be a very long reading if not. You need to nourish while you're waiting. 5, transforming, nourishing that shadow instead of avoiding that shadow. You are what you think. Alrighty. Let's get into it. Let's see. Hold on. I was going to get these first, but I actually want to get... I am spinning so much right now. I don't know what the hell is going on. You did get that 7 to 14 days thing with strength. I kind of want to see... There's a reason why you're going through this ignition right now. I really want to see if there's going to be some sort of movement. You did get that communication. Let's see. If a 6 comes out, then we'll do week ahead. And yeah, we'll just do that. 2, 48 hours. All right, so next 48 hours for this collective. Next 48 hours for this collective. All right, so we have intimacy, but sacral confirmation to that. You could be having sacral activation right now. Whoever this is, you could have felt used by this person. You could be, well, you're right now also, you're going through a little bit of, not money issues, but you're going through worry having to do with money. But, and there it is. And we're still on Mercury retrograde, by the way. So clearly whatever this is has had a lot of issues with communication. It could have you could have had recurring lessons in different times of Mercury retrograde, even through these past couple of years that you guys, because you did get 2, but I was feeling more 5. But intuition, they're wanting you to really tap into your intuition and focus on really, you know, believing in your intuition and not your overthinking mind as well. I'm seeing my health card now. But the red flags you ignore will come back and bite you later. You're under review right now. And again, under review with communication, even yourself. I feel like whenever we're really affected by, and you know, it's again my belief. I feel like whenever we're really affected by Mercury retrograde, like our phone is really working for shit, you know, your TV, even your internet, you have car issues, anything that has to do with transportation or communication kind of has like this, you know, issue or delay. I feel like it's kind of like the way of the universe saying, okay, there's something that within yourself, you're not speaking to yourself in the best way, or you're not communicating to yourself in the best way. And this collective already, you are going through that removal of, you know, the old belief systems, the programmed, you know, belief systems, and, you know, everything that has conformed us into that box energy of, you know, our shadow. So I do feel like that is really igniting within you right now. And that's actually what you are really currently going through. And that's why you feel like this heaviness right now. But there's a reason for it. They're really wanting you to tap into your intuition with this, to really, you know, discern what is your mind wanting you to believe and what is actually going on. You know what I mean? But also, whatever you have been, and I know you didn't get procrastination or anything like that, but whenever this card comes out, I feel like it's kind of like the universe saying, reinforce that, you know, connection with your intuition through, you know, whenever you feel like you need to do something, do it in the moment that you feel like that drops. Like, for example, if you're someone who tended to procrastinate, you know, doing the laundry or doing your bed or things like that, or for example, you know, you're someone who, you know, you used a couple of plates, you just left it there, and then when you sat down, you're like, I should really go and do the dishes, and you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. That is something that you need to be able to work on, reinforcing that connection with your intuition. When like, oh, I should really go do it. Getting up and doing immediately is going to reinforce that, you know, that confidence within you, and that you're following. It's kind of like that program. It's okay. So, you know, when how your mind, you can, and bear with me with this because it's making total sense in my mind. But I understand that not everyone understands my mind. So when you know how the mind is more of that computer, you just put in that code, or you put in that, you know, you just need to say it once and it always remembers. You know what I mean? It will always subconsciously stay there. When it has to do with intuition, and when it has to do with creating positive habits, you really have to, in the moment when you do it, and in the moment when you get that download per se, or that, you know, that thought to do something, to do it immediately. Because it's like, in some odd way, like machine memory. It's like the memory, it's, I don't know how to say it. It's like memory through action. You know what I mean? It's like memory through action. So there's a reason why I said that for this collective with this, and more so with everything that you're currently thinking, and, you know, all of the worry that you're really going through right now. Anyways, clearly it is a couple of more days of review, but follow your intuition, you're going to be fine. But there it is. They'll be back. We'll see what comes out with the rest of the deck. Intimacy. But you could be reminiscing. This person could be currently reminiscing. Clearly, you know, the chemistry is still there as well. And as well, and there's a reason why I said it before, if, you know, if there was a certain way when you guys would always start again and over again with this person, and it would be in a way of intimacy again, and fiery climax, having to do with intimacy. And this is, I kind of like told this to my friend, you know, if that's how you always started that, you know, connection again, that's the thing that you need to really change and not do again. You know what I mean? So not giving into this kind of pull. You're already in magnet energy and desire, longing, you know, chemistry, you know, that je ne sais quoi, that traction, you know, it's heightened right now for a reason. There's clearly a part of a cycle that you have with this person that has to do with this. This is the first card also. So that's under review right now. That temptation maybe. There's a reason why I'm saying that. But let's confirm. Intimacy. Oh, they'll be back wanting to come out, literally. So, what cycle? This is clearly what broke this connection. Confirmation to what I said before. So you could be experiencing a breakup, but I'm seeing that more as confirming what I said before about the cycles, and if this is something that happened in. Let's get one more. And also, I know you didn't get like third person or anything, but it's coming to my mind for a reason. If this is a way that this person would always present, and I know I said that you're not the same person, this person isn't the same person as either, but clearly the recurring thought pattern and, you know, belief that clearly it's coming up right now, and clearly maybe there's something that this person will get another one for this. But if it was that maybe this person was with someone else and they come and say, oh yeah, because I finally broke up with him or something like that, it's coming to my mind for a reason. And this person is wanting to again start this way because they're themselves going through that magnetic pull. There's a reason why also trust your intuition. What does that gut feeling tell you when you are going through that? In that moment, what is your gut feeling telling you? Immediately act on that gut feeling. Unless this person is also reminiscing on this sexual, you know, these intimate moments with you through the breakup. You know, I want one more though. Just because I don't feel like this collective, you've been with this person recently. Moving. So confirmation to what I said before. This says moving in with your partner, but change of residence. Maybe they've been changing residence. Air sign could be significant. Maybe they're currently moving, and I feel like it is relevant with what I said before with that third person, even though it didn't come out there. Maybe that's why, you know, this person is no longer in their energy. We'll see. Clearly, Gold Digger, there could be a detail about pregnancy here, but I am seeing this about expectation. This is someone is expecting. I'm seeing the expectation more than the pregnancy. You guys could have shared a pregnancy, or there could be a detail about pregnancy, but I'm seeing this more as maybe I feel this collective you expect maybe, or you will have a moment where you're in this expectation that this person is just coming back and to use you again, or that they're still in this energy. Again, remember you need to change your perception with certain things. Remember that also you're removing old thought patterns, old programming. You're not the same person. They are not the same person. Mercury retrograde. It's not the right time now. So why am I hearing also that maybe this is something that your mind is kind of like creating right now? Water sign. I heard Scorpio right away. But as soon as I heard Scorpio, I heard death as well. So the death card, you know, the purging, the total renewal. I want one more with this Mercury retrograde. And also, because we're still, what day is it today? Today is the 20th. Tomorrow, Mercury retrograde ends. And I think that, you know, when it ends, we still have like a little shadow period of, you know, residual Mercury retrograde energy for at least a week. If that is the case, that maybe this collective, you think the same way. Maybe if this communication comes We still didn't get anything of that. If this communication comes in the next couple of days, that maybe it's not the right time to have this communication, or if this person reaches out in the next couple of days, that it's not the right time to have this communication. You just need to wait a little while longer. And literally, as I was looking under communicate, so confirmation, I feel like it's, kind of like the universe saying it's not the right time to communicate. Your communication skills are still under review with yourself. So imagine how the communication can be with this other person if you're wanting this effective communication. And you got that nervousness on that other and that oracle deck. Intuition with the communication. So earth sign. So maybe your person is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I did say that Queen of Coins. So maybe they themselves embody that a little bit. They're a little bit more realistic, but also something that maybe years. It's been years. It could be on a love spell with you right now. I want one more. Challenges. So clearly, whoever this is, you've had challenges with. You got cycles before. It's taking you time to heal, but making the decision. And look how I put it over here. It's going to be a challenge if you want to speak to them in this here. Make that choice to work on your inner healing. And when this is supposed to, come back into alignment with communication, it will. Open your heart. Don't close it off. I'm surprised. I want to see if, I know it came out on the bottom of it, but I want to see if it comes out. Love spell wanted to come out. So you've been bewitched. One more. Let's see if communication comes out. No, honeymoon. So clearly you had a honeymoon phase with this person. You could be traveling to a wedding, actually. Or I also heard that there could be an earth sign that's about to get, but you have spy on the bottom, so someone is doing some research on you. And I did say, if you guys are high priestesses, you're feeling other people's energies. So, and if you have someone spying on you, do you not think that maybe it's their energy that you are absorbing currently? Your pets could be acting differently, giving you a little bit more love. Alrighty, let's get into what this connection is. So I want to see the connection universally, what the energy of the connection is, and then I want to see what this person is currently going through in the 3D and why it's not the time for this communication. Could be that maybe they are going through certain towers. I'm seeing my 5 of Pentacles. So, you know what I say, whenever that destruction is coming over them, it's not the time to do anything right there. They need to go through that fire by themselves. All right, so the energy of this connection currently. Oh God. You have hands of cards and coffin. As soon as I saw that, I saw it taking a risk. There's a reason. I did see stop the pattern with that, but I do feel like there's a little bit of silent treatment here. Let's get one more. Okay, and there is someone malicious in the background for a reason, I said before. Okay. So, my beauties. We do have this energy of still option. You could have felt like an option by this, and again, that gold digger energy. They haven't shown their hands of cards, their emotions. They haven't been open about it. There is an ending here in this energy to bring new beginnings through growth, change, liberation. You're going through a transition. You did get that. But there's still this energy of axe, the breakup. You guys are still, I feel, in that separation energy. I like King and Queen of Swords. This is about stopping the pattern, but the silent treatment and the abandonment. I do feel like this collective, you could be right now even really, it's really could be weighing heavy on you, that silent treatment and that abandonment. But because I feel like maybe you are absorbing this person as well. But you have girl talk. So again, confirmation to what I said before, this collective, you're really wanting to be in that energy of living in the moment, you know, just being happily single, getting yourself out there, having fun, spending time with your friends. But there is this energy of competition and someone malicious you need to look over your shoulder with. So again, I do feel like this is a block and these two are a block, but let's confirm. So whenever I do see this, I see it as it could be a love interest from the person or even this collective, but this is a love situation interference, a third person love triangle kind of energy. While the girl with the snake, I see it more as permanent fixture, someone who is a sibling or a parent or, you know, a friend from childhood, family or friends. Hand of cards. Heartbroken. So clearly this is something that has been weighing on this collective's hearts. Again, confirming what I said before, still in separation. And but also I am hearing with that, what I said before with that intimacy and that divorce, this person, you know, I don't feel like it's something conscious, you know, wanting to implement the strategy and take that risk. But I do feel like it's not coming from a balanced space. It's coming from a, you know, a lack kind of space, a loss kind of space. They're grieving, they're mourning, and again, their own shadow. Maybe part of that is whenever they are going through some sort of emotional explosion or heaviness in emotion, they tended to maybe, you know, need that sexual healing energy. You know what I mean? From that other deck. We're going to have to get that deck clearly. But I'm seeing both with that. It could be a part of this collective, but it also could be, you know, this person wanting to take a risk now that they have ended whatever they ended with this snake energy. Coffin. There could have been a death when you guys were together, of someone, either part. Dragonfly. So be lighthearted. There could, and I said there could have been a death. Maybe this person also, they could have just lost someone, but be lighthearted, finding things out. Things are coming to light, adapt, change, and healing. It could be also that this person is going to speak about how they broke up with this other person. And I'm going to say that I feel like there was another person, and more so with these and what I said before. Healthier choices though. Whatever is about to, you know, surface having to do with information, they are saying to be lighthearted. I don't feel this collective you wouldn't be. But there's a reason why I'm saying that a lot. Part of that heartbreak could be having to do with maybe this person had a loss with someone who was very dear to their heart. I'm hearing parent. Axe. Karmic fleeting triggers, but karmic connection. So maybe this person chose someone over you. This could be probably to do with the karmic connection, but letting go and loving you. But there's certain turmoil with it. This is something clearly that needs to be spoken about. I was seeing that as stopping the pattern, but I kind of feel like it's more the fleeting triggers having to do with the breakup and the separation. Also, what's really, you know, right now, kind of like creating axe energy within your mind, having to do with this. Even though I didn't get tarot yet, I feel like this is kind of like a cosmic trigger right here. Girl talk. Sort of the I like this. I see this as an Ace of Swords, Epiphany. I feel like this is maybe you guys. But there's a truth and revelation coming over you again, and I get with that dragonfly as you could a dragonfly could be a sign for when it's about to happen. But protection, power, solidarity. Also, I'm seeing that as this collective, you're being very protective with your friends. And there could be something that comes up from friends, but literally twin flame on the bottom. Balance, but yin and yang. Snake. Oh, wow. Oh, unless you're seeing this person as the golden mirror and the stabbed in the back. So you didn't only you got the 3 hardest and most painful cards emotionally. The heartbroken, the axe, and the stabbed in the back. So this separation was through deception, was through someone else. Maybe you felt loved bound by this person. Maybe that's why also this collective, you're really trying to focus on just being happy and just being, present in your own moment, and just, you're clearly seeing this person as someone who maybe it was a one-sided relationship. Wow. But outdated thinking. This is still in the energy. So again, what I said before, a shift in perspective, and more so with this, the outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. I want one more for that. I wasn't really feeling that, but... And why am I hearing a friend with this as well? Like, I'm feeling like 2 people could be part of this snake. Like, it could be not only someone who was a love interest, but also someone who was maybe a friend to this person or even this collective. And there's a reason why I said I feel like there's some sort of truth that's going to be revealed through friends as well. One more for snake, stab in the back, and golden mirror, please. Oh, or 2 more. The mask. And the gaslighting, they haven't been showing their true feelings. So this ending could have been through, even though I did hear deception through that, it could have been through, maybe this person saying, I'm not even seeing ghosting. I'm really just seeing someone who just said, yeah, no, I'm just done here. Or like they didn't want to be with you anymore or something like that. Or or maybe even, started blaming the fact that maybe their friends were seeing how they were with you guys. Or there's a reason why also this collective, you're so in your mind right now with this. I feel like you're really you're wanting to stop the pattern with it, but at the same time, it's like it's still clearly something that's weighing maybe a little bit heavy on your heart right now. And my foot is going like this, like the nervousness and the anxiety. Like, when you're like the foot tick, that's how my foot is right now. But self-indulgence, you need to focus on yourself. And you have been focusing on yourself as well. Time to heal, the shadow work, self-appreciation. Get one last one. This is a little bit stuck still. And you did get that. It's still stuck. That's what came out with the earth. That it was right here. That was it. This is still. That's what was putting you nervous. That's what was. There was something that but it's stuck. So even that could be it. The knowing, surrendering to what is. Just focusing on yourself, literally. Yeah, there was third-party interference. And this person could be someone who tends to, you know, want to just hook up and has that temptation. But there is butterfly energy around it. Relationship evolving to the next phase, but healing inner child and growth. And there's a reason why I said this collective. There's like stuff being removed from, like core stuff being removed right now. So you could be conscious about it, having to do with your worth. You are enough. Focus on unconditional loving for you. And focus on the people who actually are that Six of Pentacles. When it's time, you will fall in love. There's a lot of, it's like a lot of murkiness here. It's like, it sounds like a lot of work. This sounds like a lot of work right now. And I feel like this collective, you just need a breather. All right, so I want to see what they're going through in their 3D. What this person is currently going through. I want to see how they feel, how they genuinely emotionally feel towards you, what their intentions are, what they want to say to you. Just because they, like, I feel like there's a couple of things. There's energies that you are feeling as your own, and I feel like it's theirs. So let's see. All right, so the person connected to this collective, what are they currently going through right now? I'm seeing that Three of Swords. They themselves are going through an end of a chapter, and they themselves are, you're literally feeling them with that lack of confidence. Ooh, they are going through, wow, so they got World and Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God. Could be that they need to connect with that divine feminine energy, unless I'm speaking with the masculine collective. I was more feeling like it's a feminine collective. I feel like this is more, it's whatever they're going through. I feel like they have their mind is consumed by you. That's what I feel with that. And they're lacking confidence, self-doubt. They're in weakness energy. They're like, they're low self-esteem. They're vulnerable. There's something that they haven't closed out. It's like, I literally feel like you're feeling this person. You're feeling this person. Hierophant in reverse. They need to make decisions. They need to start challenging their status quo. They need to challenge their own mind. They need to think for themselves. This person. See? Emotionally imbalanced. There's a reason why I say everything. Where this collective, you guys need to release that control. You guys need to release that expectation. This person as well needs to release that expectation. They have certain they're fostering their own codependency. They're irrational. They're melancholic. They're imbalanced. They're wallowing. They're in extremes with their emotions. I feel you are, and there's a reason why I had to do this reading. That's the change of perspective. You're feeling people around you. There's a reason why you're not wanting to go into crowded places. You're in isolation. You're protecting your energy right now. And there's a reason for it. You have this person on you. And also, I feel like they should be more like this. They're insecure. They have blocked creativity. They need to pay attention to their body. There's a dependence that they have. They're neglecting themselves emotionally. You need to, And Empress, number 3, December. What did I say? They're going through challenges themselves in their 3D. It's external forces that they have no control over. This is literally this is divine intervention. Like when I see this the other way around, I see it as divine intervention. It's like literally the divine is, in control of the situation right now, because this person has gone so far out of their path that they need to be realigned intervenely. You know what I mean? So where you guys are going through that emotional release, this person as well, they are they have all what that emotionally imbalances them being stirred up. That's the word. being stirred up in their insides to be conscious about it, to finally create that big push, that turning point. They're going through the karmic lessons. They're going through the karmic lessons where you guys are going through the emotional lessons. All right, Empress. This is good. So there is an awareness, but confirmation, there's a focus on their Empress. There's a focus on you guys. They're wanting to engage. They're wanting to have enthusiasm for life. The gratitude, where this collective, what I said, where this collective, you need to focus on that gratitude. You need to focus. You need to just focus on seizing that day and re-engage. Where this person, I feel, is like wanting to re-engage with you guys. They could be in isolation themselves. Four of Swords, going within, needing to heal or take a break and recalibrate. Strength. This is what they're currently going through also. Well, of course, because they're in karmic avoidance. They're in victimization. They could be feeling very shamed and blamed right now. They're imbalanced, clearly. They're not seeing their veil right. They're veiled right now with their strength within. And also it could be, and it's coming to my mind for a reason, this collective, I did say friends. I did say, maybe this is really that point where you need to really go within and let go of that expectation with this person, and just literally believe that whenever this is supposed to align, it'll align. Remember that our divines are literally our mirrors. Person could be really feeling like they're getting a lot of karma, but they could be a natural born leader, but they need to connect to that. Like this collective, you need to connect with that. Let's see what this world energy is, because I feel like it's kind of like it's in the middle with it. I feel like this is something more of a decision that needs to be made to really see where I said he for a reason, where this person turns this world energy towards. It's going to be upright, or if it's going to be, in reverse. Okay, so illuminated subconscious. So this is something completing a cycle. So it could be a success. I want one more. This says moving on in cycle completion and emotional awareness. I do feel like they would be turning it around to close it. They would be having success with this. I want one more. This is a 1 month or the next full moon, the climax. This person doesn't even know this yet, but they're paralyzed. There's a reason why I wanted to get another one. It could be that it's a cycle completion having to do with them holding it all in. They did get that hand of cards, not expressing, keeping their and everything inside in secret, isolation as well. They're missing information. Them themselves could be, and if I don't know how long it's been, and we'll see, since this collective and this person had their last contact, but I feel this person doesn't even know how you feel even, and that's also what is kind of like bringing up all of that uncertainty for this collective, and all of that, those limiting beliefs for this collective. Again, confirming what I said before, this collective, you're absorbing this person, but they feel like they're in suppressed intuition. It's like something that they don't even know. It's like they don't even feel like they're closing in a cycle. But I do feel this person is feeling, powerless. They could be feeling lonely right now. They're feeling a certain restriction. Again, suppressed intuition. But not because they have a suppressed intuition. It's like, I feel like this person feels it's because they don't even know what's currently going on, that it's kind of like blinding them as well. they're in victimization energy, imagine. But they could be a little bit paranoid. Another one having to do with isolation. They could be going through a dark night of the soul. They could be antisocial, paralyzed in fear. I want one more. What is that? Unstable situation. So, all right. So that snake was still there. That snake was still there. I feel like it ties into this. There's something that they're needing to see through, having to do with this completion. I feel like this completion has to do with, removing a certain energy. Someone who actually doesn't help and actually, creates blocks with their intuition. Someone who they're under review with. Maybe they're greedy. There's someone who, has a lot of opinions. It's clearly an unstable situation. And again, confirmation, someone they have to really take a break with. It could be a friend, and it could be maybe, this other person, that third party, really close out that cycle. Wheel of Fortune. Oh God. Overcommitting. So this person, Knight of Swords, so they're out of control. They could be someone very sarcastic. They tend to, kind of like minimize their own issues. But they could be currently with these karmic lessons going over missed opportunities, their insecurities, their impulsivity, their own bully energy. Because of the poor choices, they could be really feeling scattered right now. And there's a reason why this is here. It's because there's something that they're not seeing right here that, they're overwhelmed, but at the same time, they're overcommitted with this. They need to plan. If they have a king of wands and king of coins, they themselves create their own reality and have abundance within. Queen of Cups. Whoever, and I heard Scorpio for a reason. Whoever this Queen of Cups could be, if it could be maybe even this person, but whoever this Queen of Cups, maybe where they're feeling this codependency or this imbalance or this, extreme emotional, imbalance, they're clearly having hostility with, they're feeling defeated. It's a conflict, self-sacrificing also. So they're not really meeting or, defending their needs. They could be in an abusive kind of relationship with someone who's very emotionally imbalanced. There's a plot twist, but they do have 5, and I did say I saw 5 of coins. They do have 5 of coins in reverse, positive changes or recovery. This is kind of like a turning point for them, but they need to themselves decide and see through that veil. I want one more for this because I feel like it's both of them, like this person and that other energy. So even a parent, but someone who is a little rigid and, dominating and aggressive. But even this person, how this energy, this Emperor in reverse, this needing to control, how it creates codependency for them emotionally, how it puts them in irrationality and actually creates a hostile internal environment, this person. How that melancholy actually, it's like creates aggression even in them. There's this rigidness with, not changing the outcome with this their mind. 5 of Swords, their mind. And even that plot twist could be actually them needing to realize it was their power all along, and it was, their decisions all along to stay in this energy. Of course, I know when someone is unaware, I get it, but they are being shown. They are being shown. It's through their undisciplined energy, their inflexibility, that need to control everything and everyone, maybe. It's kind of like they're sacrificing themselves to their own, you know, ego and creating imbalance within their emotions. Last one. This is a lot. And again, confirming what I said before, this collective, everything you're feeling right now, even though, yes, those are for you to, yes, delete by, this is all you're feeling as well. There's a reason why I say everything. They're in energy of storm ahead. Slow healing, bad to worse. They're unstable. They could be returning from travel. There's no progress. And I put that over that. They could be a conflict of world energy. But they need to see through that. And you guys got the pairing Emperor, Empress. Alrighty. Let's quickly see how they're viewing you. How they're genuinely feeling towards you. Career, I don't dislike this, actually. I feel like every masculine should, you know, really focus on their own pinnacles. They are the providers in the 3D while we are the protectors in the, you know, 5D, 6D, 7D, all these. Okay. So you have career driven, suppress. Oh God. Patience, energy, and wish granted. So love is in the back burner until I am financially stable, money motivated. Then they have the surprise. Life is full of surprises and I have something special planned just for you. Patience. You've been patient with me during this. This is nice. During this journey, the wait is over. True love is here. I don't know about that yet, but energy. I've transformed into my heart. I don't really feel it that way yet. Like, they didn't get that judgment. They didn't really, you know, get that. Whenever this card comes out, I feel like this is the best pairing is if that judgment would have come out and in the right way, you know, heeding the call and really, you know, taking the time to heal and just going through that new chapter of healing. Yes, it could be that maybe this person is starting to really want to transform into their highest self, but I feel like there's still a little bit of, again, we're this collective. What are you breaking free from? The 3D. I feel there's still a little bit, and they need to break free from that 3D. But this says, into my higher self, because of you, your energy changed me, and wish granted. You're my purpose fulfilled. You're my sun, moon, and stars. You're my everything. But untrustworthy came out. And you guys did get that backstabbing. I've made mistakes in light in the past. Will you ever trust me again? And that's where that nervousness could be coming from as well. Career driven. This is good. Enlightenment. This is good. There's a reason why I wanted to get these. The truth has been illuminated. I can't hide from what you've shown me. And I did say this collective, you know something. And it could be that maybe you did say something to them as well in one of your encounters. Surprise. Like, I would feel like this person actually knows that you do what you do. Energetic, like, you know what I mean? Like this kind of way, or the scrying or the scribing or some sort of channeling energy. Like this stuff that I feel like this person wow. So that's part of the surprise. I'd never take you for granted again. I've learned my lesson. I'm so sorry. So this is how they're connecting with you. They're accessing certain pictures that they have. I'm seeing a phone. They could have certain pictures saved with you and fantasizing. And there's a reason why I said that sexual shit. You're beautiful inside and out. I stare at your pictures all day, but that's not bad, that apology. That being that a surprise, I feel like that's good. That's nice. You guys got one of my favorite cards. I love this card. And it's under patience. This person could be really missing you. You make me feel comfortable in my skin. I can be myself with you. and mirroring, confirmation to what I said before. I feel like this collective, you're absorbing their energy. You're mirroring their energy to you. Energy. Oh, what did I say? There's a reason why I say everything. See, I feel like they're still tied at confirmation. You've been on their mind, all the things they want to do to you, sexual healing. But they're going through heartbreak. The wrong choice was made and now they sit in the pain of losing you. Well, the reason why I say everything, there's a reason why that no, it's not the right time came out. Wish granted. Butterflies, but they're feeling butterflies within. The butterfly knows the beauty of change and it settles when you least expect it. But remember what you guys are going through with your butterfly, that metamorphosis that came over under that event, that garden energy. It could be that event this person could actually be there, is what I'm hearing. But they do have growth on the bottom. You've encouraged me to look deep inside myself and discover who I really am. And there's a reason why that proactivity is on you guys right now. So if this person is really learning from you, let them learn from your authentic self. Last one. I wanted to get these because they have this energy, the enlightenment. They have spiritual, growth energy with in these cards. But there's the mirroring confirmation. Your soul is a mirror of my own. Thank you for treating me with love and respect. Oh, and they love how the way you dress. But again, focus. All right, let's quickly get their genuine emotions, the current emotion that they're feeling towards you guys. Just to get there, I want to see joy and panic. Joy. Panic wanted to come out for sure. See, it's this collect. Oh, that's nice. All right, so we have joy, panic, miracle. These are the genuine emotion towards you. But this is really good. Release and balance. So inner child healing for sure. I'm seeing the colors. I know that it's more the watermelon cup, and I was seeing this very calmness, but they are going through release themselves. It could be that maybe they do turn around that world energy. They could be even going through over how this collective, you're releasing it. Like I was not expecting this at all. I was expecting very heavy and very heavy emotions, when more with what they were going through, in their 3D. But freedom, look at all of these. What the hell? The only negative one is the panic. Joy. So they are transforming themselves to their highest self. Maybe they themselves are a little bit panicky if they're going to repeat that, It's going to be interesting to see what their true intentions are. But maybe they're a little bit panicky to repeat themselves that, that whatever that sexual thing is, but awakening on the bottom. It could be. Joy. I feel this collective, you're going to be so surprised. Now that I'm I feel like you're going to be so surprised. Silence. What this collective needs to focus on. And I was just hearing that song, all I ever wanted, all I ever needed was here in my eyes. Very unnecessary thing, it only to, I can't remember what the rest of the lyrics are, but it says, and I think it says, enjoy the silence. I'm feeling that with that. This person could like that song. What is it, Depeche Mode? I can't remember what it is. But silence is a peaceful state of mind that allows you to return to yourself and immerse in tranquility. Panic. Curiosity. What the hell? And trust on the bottom. What is going on with this energy? Driving force to explore new things. And you, the Empress, the focus, that Four of Cups in reverse. God damn. Miracle. I was not expecting this. Oh my God. I was not expecting this. Hope. Under miracle. What in the world? But there it is. But it's good because this is what they're wanting to release, the fear. Because they're in resonance. I am amazed. And you know what is crazy? Like, I feel like, I know that everything I say is for a reason, but I kind of feel like, because you know how I was starting to stutter and I was starting to really speak fast, how this collective, maybe because absorbing this collective, you know, really connecting with this collective, embodying this collective's energy. I feel like some part of me in this collective, I was kind of like reading everything that was coming out in a way that this collective would read it. And there's a reason why I keep saying High Priestess, Oracle within this collective you channel. Don't make it fit. I kind of feel like I misjudged because I was reading your energy. I was reading it from your perspective. You know what I mean? Which is I never say that, but it's clearly relevant for this collective. It's clearly a message this collective needs to hear of how you can influence the energy and how magical collective. Imagine the change you can create if you focus it on something that is constructive and not the destruction, you know, not giving in to that destruction of the mind. Balance. And serenity. What in the world? And even it put courage over fear to release. What in the world? You guys need to, and confidence. Oh my God. I am amazed. I am in awe right now with this energy. These are emotions. Emotions. It's not the little message ones. It's the emotions and tenderness. So you could be someone who was very, you know, very tender with this person, very caring, and maybe that's also how they're seeing you as well. And you know what? It's I feel like this is how they see you and your emotions. They could be seeing you very balanced, how you're releasing, how you just believe in miracles and you're just focused on your joy, even through the silence with this person. How you've been releasing fear and you've just been on this they're seeing you as an empress upright, clearly. The courage that you have and that tenderness that you embody. And that even through panic, how that curiosity just keeps you going. This is very nice. And oh my God, how literally you just follow your wisdom. And also it fell on fear. This person could really see how you are, you know, seeing the wisdom in those dark emotions, and you trust. What the actual F? The hell? I was not expecting that at all. All right, hold on. I want to see, they got awakened. I kind of want to see, oh no, hold on. I want to get these, and I want to get the universe's perspective of this person to see if any of those cards fall off. What is that? Intimacy. If those, you know what I mean? There could be an age gap. Hold on. Show me this person. But there it is, the 3D. But they're going through the cycles. This person could be seeing the cycles. And they have Archangel Raphael following them and guiding them. And I always say Archangel Raphael is not only my guide through healing that heart space, but also he is the guide, and, you know, he's the guide of healers as well. So if he's guiding this person, you know, clearly this person as well has healing energy, as all divines do in some way or form. But there it is. So they're trying to really, how this collective, there's something with your third eye and your far-reaching vision. It's this person as well. They're trying to activate their own far-reaching vision and their own psychic abilities. And also there could be something about maybe this collective's channeling, how this person maybe is, maybe that's what they're spying. Also with this, I was hearing emotional maturity, immaturity maybe, or there's the very big difference between your emotional maturities right now. Age gap. Oh my God, but surrender to divine timing. So this person could actually, and they could actually act on impulse and a little bit they could be presenting a little bit immature. But from 3D to 5D, I am so confused right now. Unless they're getting out of that immaturity and they're starting to act. And telepathy on the bottom. Cycles. The temptations that they're feeling. That's what this collective you're feeling right now. These are the karmic triggers that they're seeing. The fleeting trigger, that karmic avoidance maybe. Also closing out that cycle with temptation, whatever disconnects them from their intuition, from their own oracle within, with that high priestess in reverse. Archangel Raphael. Hot and cold. I want one more. Clearing karma. Okay. Literally, as I was saying it. So they are going through clearing and healing of karma, of whatever is that energy of indecision, or just, you know, not committing or overcommitting. It's breaking free from the matrix is what I heard immediately with that. But it's the reason why I wanted to see this. But there it is. They're still in wounded feminine. That's why they can't connect with this. They're not, the insecurities. That's the reason why I say everything. They themselves could be feeling like they are getting evil eye. Oh, they just need to connect with spirit, they just need to connect with source. That's what they're wanting to get them to do, the one. That's what I wanted to get these I wanted to see if there was like DNA upgrade or the Kundalini. I do feel this person could be, you know, connecting with the 5D. There's something here clearly from the 3D to the 5D directly. That was, you know, this person really needs to go through this cycle. They're going through confusion right now and a lot of passion, and we already know that. We already know that. Okay, let's get their intentions. Let's get their intentions, and then I will get, you know, I'm gonna tap into from here to the 31st of December. I've been doing that. All right, let's get their true, genuine intentions towards this collective. This person's true, genuine intentions towards this collective. It's the reason why I say everything. This is too many. But infatuation and fragmentation of the soul, of course. I'm actually going to leave these two. That was... Hold on. Because these came out together, so I want to read these together. Okay. It's not bad. But faithful encounter, it's that divine timing that came out before as well. But they have the masquerading energy. This is, I'm wearing a mask by appearing, and they got it with a black deck. They got it with a black deck. Happy and serene in front of others. When I am alone, I think about you and I realize I was my true authentic self when I was with you. Settling, I know I'm not happy, but I feel I have no way out. I just can't walk away. And this could be part of what's, needing to be removed in their own subconscious. I have no way out. I just can't, the victimization. Victim, not, right collective, right collective will understand what I meant there. I feel I have no way out. I just can't walk away from my duties and the one I am with. So this person is still around. Confirmation to what I said with the snake. Even if I'm not entirely happy. And then they have fragmentation of the soul and infatuation. So, and this could be part of that fragmentation of the soul, the releasing that 3D aspect, that, and this collective as well. There's a reason why I kept bringing it up before. Part of what they're currently going through, that removal of that programming, is, maybe even this person thought that it wasn't love, it was just infatuation, if that's how they usually led in life, really through that passion, through that fire, instead of just through foundation first. Then, maybe you thought it was different, it was going to be the same with you, But I don't know if this was love, or if I was in love with the idea of being in love. Our connection was all too consuming and I couldn't wrap my head around it. And under it is I'm working on my self-worth. For a long time, I deemed myself as someone who didn't deserve love and happiness. I was always angry with my life and pushed love away because I thought I didn't deserve it. So part of that infatuation, of that mask, of that armor that came up, had to do with, if it's just sexual, then it's not, like, I won't feel hurt about it, is what I'm feeling with that. But all because it was coming from a place of lack of self-worth. But then we have that fateful encounter. So the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew, I can't explain how I felt, but I knew I was meant to find you. Aries could be significant, but masquerading the energy. I was impulsive. This is good. I was impulsive, irrational, and selfish. I pushed this connection to its breaking point. I'm sorry for causing... And you got the apology on the surprise. You got that apology on the surprise. Settling. I'm sorry for causing so much conflict in our lives. 82, you guys could be born in 82. And you got Libra as well. So air, fire, air, you guys could be but Libra, and I'm seeing that as that justice card, the 80 karmic energy. But I know I acted as if I couldn't make up my mind about the hot and cold, about our relationship, but it was really because I was scared of hurting you and you hurting me. I feel like this is something that's starting to be revealed in their own veil, from their own veil. How they were bound to their duties, and how even though they weren't happy, it was because they didn't know how to make that choice. Bless me. Fragmentation of the soul and infatuation. Denial of connection. That's what's being fragmented right now. So before, how they denied the connection was, it's just sexual. I realize there is something between us, but I do not have the time or the capacity to I feel like it's more in the past. I'll read it how it is. Everything is too... Well, now I feel like everything is too much. And if it was like this, I would prefer if it was like this, if they weren't impulsive, and more if they are seeing how part of their mask has to do with the impulses. Everything is too much too soon, and I have other things I need to deal with. And right now, that's why maybe they're also in that workhorse kind of energy with their career, really being driven with that pentacle path, stabilizing their own Ace of Pentacles, their own 3D. Fateful encounter. So, false flame. You may think you found the one, but they wouldn't. So, but inner child healing, and they got that. And they got that with that butterfly and that butterfly that was on the bottom of that. But false flame under fateful encounter. You may think you found the one, but they wouldn't cause you so much stress if they were. Wake up and realize our connection is a real deal. And I feel like this is something that this collective currently you are going through in your mind. It's like there's something having to do with the fact of the lack of growth that you've seen in this person that is making you maybe doubt in this person and when this would be resolved. You know, maybe you yourself are going through that false flame energy in your mind. I feel like this person is more in realization that, you know, why do I feel like every time, like you've had a couple of cycles having to do with interference in sexual kind of way or in, you know, third party kind of way. And each time it would end, you would find each other again in some way or form without even like controlling it. You know what I mean? Last one. I do feel there's acknowledgement here. I don't feel there's the enough amount of acknowledgement to be able to handle, you know, this connection in a balanced kind of way. There's a reason why I'm saying that, but they do want to ask for forgiveness. Magical and powerful, they could be starting to tap into their own magic, but I'm seeking your forgiveness even if I can't utter the words. I'm trying to also forgive myself for treating you unfairly, but I am hoping to quiet my guilt. See, there's still a little bit of tied. Thing is I am so I'm there's like I feel like my mind and even my I'm in this energy of I don't know if I should believe my mind or believe the cards right now because of those emotion cards were insane. I was not expecting that kind of emotion. I was expecting blame, shame, perplexity, loneliness, helplessness. I was seeing all of that kind of with all of that with the tarot. I was feeling more of that, you know, guilt, hurt, you know, pain. Those emotion cards, that was pretty balanced. I gotta say. That wasn't, you know, that was, you know, that was so weird. It was so weird. But with the intentions, even though I do feel like there's acknowledgement and there's awareness of the actions and, you know, how their role played a part in this connection, I do feel that there's still a little bit of tweaking needed. And more so because they themselves need to really connect with that high priestess within, with that oracle within. That's what the universe is and what source is really trying to get to, for them to complete, to reconnect their energy with that high priestess energy within. You know what I mean? Not keep them in the dark anymore, but they themselves need to turn that world upside down and really, you know, create their own success, their own cycle completion. About magical power. I used to limit my goals and myself in a box based on what I was told that I was capable of. Since meeting you, my views have expanded and I'm trying to dream big because of you. I know I deserve more. That's not bad. I just feel you did get no, it's not the right time yet. I feel like if anything, this reading is more, you know, keep on working on yourself and just trust. And you're almost there, you know, yes, it feels heavy, but also an awareness that it's not just your energy you're feeling people around you right now. And more so people who are tied to your soul contract. Alrighty. Let me see. I want to see if I want to get any other deck from where I have here. I've been wanting to use different decks. Like I've been being called, and the other day it was so crazy. I don't know why I'm telling you, but clearly, whatever. Yesterday, I think it was, or yesterday I went to a friend's house and I ended up like, he had a couple of like the Spanish cards, the ones that you play poker with. Well, not the poker ones, but the other one, the Spanish ones has the wands and the pentacles more than, you know, the poker ones have, you know, the spades and the, you know what I mean? It's different kinds of decks. And I ended up doing a mini reading for my friend with those, and I was amazed with how much knowledge I have now with tarot. You know what I mean? I don't know why I feel like saying that, but I feel like I want to get a different deck today for you guys. And clearly message in itself, there's something different coming for this collective. So, you know what? I'm actually going to get my Tinseltown. I haven't used this deck ever yet. You're going to be the first collective I use this deck with. But, literally Page of Swords. All right, let's get these and let's see. Let's just mix these. I want to see. So, hold on. All right, so let's see what I want to do from here to the 31st of December for this collective. So I want to see what the universe, what you need to focus on, what could actually come to your table, how to approach it. Universal message for this collective. Oh my God, I was not. And it came up right. The Fool. Taking that leap of faith. These are I'm so used to the big, like the Spiritual Enlightenment 1111 deck, the neon deck. And these are so like, they're so finitos. They're so like thin. I was expecting something a little bit more, but these are very nice. I like the colors and a lot of pastels. And look, I'm wearing pastel too. And look at the box. That's significant. Maybe this collective, you need to start wearing a little bit more pastels. Oh my God, Temperance. You got already the first two. You got 2 major arcana. Oh. Okay. And Queen of Pentacles. What did I say? Sign. This is you guys. Focusing on your abundance. Clearly there's something having to do with, I'm seeing that Fool with job. But clearly, wow. So you're starting, there's a new, again, a new beginning. I see the Fool as that new beginning, as the beginning of a new chapter where you're taking that leap of faith, and you need to walk through that door, quantum jumping. And I have these 2 cards say Hollywood. You guys could actually, there's something having to do with your pentacle path, or your exposure, maybe your job. There's something that I know. I'm not saying that you're going to be in Hollywood, but I'm seeing that as exposure, as whatever is going on and whatever is about to happen having to do with your pentacle path and this Fool's journey. They're asking you to be patient, to just focus on the union of opposition, alchemizing, just focusing on peace, being that Queen of Pentacles, literally being very realistic, not letting your mind take over, being patient with yourself. We do have the 7 of Cups. I'm not seeing that 7 of Cups as something bad. I'm seeing that 7 of Cups as, kind of like celebrations and stuff. I know that 3 of Cups is more of that celebration, but being celebrated is what I'm hearing with this. And you have the 6 of Cups. So yes, there is someone that can be returning from the past, certain memories, certain, the thing that with 7 of Cups, like celebrating you, but also you need to be careful with 7 of Cups, because when in reverse, I feel, and when that Seven of Cups, you know, through, even though I did see this as people celebrating you, Seven of Cups is uncertainty, unclear vision, you know, being a little bit trapped in the illusion, the shiny new object syndrome. So I'm seeing that as maybe be careful with maybe distractions or anything that maybe looks like it can be fun, but then can actually, you're going to be like, oh, why did I do that? Anything that can create even more of a storm in your mind. And even you could have a little bit of a storm in your mind having to do with these memories with the Six of Cups. All right, let's confirm. Fool. Chariot. So, oh my God, and what did I said it. I saw Ace of Wands for this collective. So movement with new passions and new possibilities. This is nice. Literally movement. Start acting. Ace of Wands. And another one having to do with Hollywood. You could actually, there's a reason why I got this. You could actually like old movies. You know, I'm seeing like the Marilyn Monroe, you know, Jane Russell, Brigitte Bardot. Fred Astaire. Old Hollywood. I love old Hollywood. Temperance. King of Cups. Holy shit. But mastering emotional mastery, but I do feel it's more the universe saying, you know, you just need to have a little bit more patience, this maturity in emotions. Even though my belief is I prefer more of a Queen of Cups energy with emotion, because she really goes into depth with the emotion. She really connects with the emotion, not only superficially but in profound. You know what I mean? Yes, he's very intuitive. Yes, he's very aware. Yes, he's dependable. He's a hard worker. He's just, it's more of the emotions of the superficial emotions that he shows. He lacks a little bit of, you know, a connectedness with the gunky kind of emotion. It's like he lacks a little bit of vulnerability in that sense. But if you are connected to a Scorpio, I did hear that you do have Six of Swords victory, and you did get victory with that the Apothecary deck. Queen of Pentacles. And also seeing this, working through this temperance through as you connecting, being more aware of certain emotions that maybe are surfacing right now. And really trying to be, you know, connected with your intuition with them, not letting them overwhelm you, but also, yeah, mostly the connecting with your emotions. Oh my freaking God, you will not believe the card that came out. High Priestess under Queen of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? Sign. This collective, you have nothing to worry about with your Pentacle path. Whatever is happening with that finances that is worrying you, you do not. And remember what I said before, you're absorbing other people. If this person is career driven, what do you think they're career driven for? Why do you think they have that money in their brain right now? Because then they themselves are, you know, needing to work through that lack, and you're absorbing it. This collective, you know, deep within your soul, you've seen that 4D. You know you can embody this. Embody it. And this is here, from here to the 31st of December. This is insane. You already got, not kidding, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana came out already from here to December. You have nothing to worry about. So this is what's going to be up here. Like, and I did say that for this collective, that 5 of Pentacles that this person is going through. No, I didn't say that for this collective. I said it for my friend, actually. You could be part of the same wave. But 4 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles. There is... Under this 7 of Cups, the illusion, it's the attachment. The attachment. Needing to release the attachment of that, you know, negative outcome. Or, you know, just focusing on that pain and also... And there's a reason why I'm saying this. And I really hope it's not something that this collective you're currently... And I feel like this is more your person. This is more this person. They are currently going through, you know, certain attachments. There is this... a little bit of this negative... energy of being left out in the cold right now. That this person is really feeling. Because they're being shaken to the core so that they can finally themselves go through this ascension period and even, you know, really connect with that, their own high priestess within. With that said, whenever you feel like this uncertainty is coming over you, remember it is this person. It is what this person is living right now. They have attachments that they need to work through having to do with their own 3D. They're in the transition, or they are having this connection with the 5D, but they need to detach from it. You know what I mean? In this collective, you yourselves need to detach from that past, need to detach from that energy of left out in the cold with this person. You're still seeing this person a little bit, you know, as... And I know I didn't get that much with you guys, but the little I did get, I do feel like it's more this collective. You kind of like lost belief that this person can evolve or grow as much as you did or as much as you have. And because of the lack of movement or the lack of, you know, progression, it's kind of like weighing you down even more and losing belief even more. However, if this collective, and there's a reason why I'm saying this, I feel like if this collective, you have gone into a path of not only celibacy, but also sobriety and just removing certain things that can cloud your vision, and this starts to appear, and this starts to be something that you feel because this person is feeling it as well, and also... You yourself, you're going through some sort of removal of energies and also this worry of certain people that are going to be removed. Don't overthink it. Don't overstimulate that emotion with it. You know what I mean? You are going to have a moment where you're going to feel uncertainty. You're going to feel like the heaviness. You're going to feel unclear of what to do next. You're going to feel like maybe you're going to want to distract yourself. And also you can create certain, you know, attachments on a certain result. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. And try to redirect that energy and be an Empress energy and believe that this is something that you're creating in your mind. This is something that maybe, yes, you could be feeling it, or yes, it could be happening a little bit, but I feel like it's more your mind what it creates, or that wild imagination of yours that can create, you know, remember, you have that high priestess energy, you have that creator's mind. What you think you create. Release the attachment. Release the attachment. Just focus on receiving. Just focus on, you know, being in that Empress energy. She knows that whenever it's supposed to arrive, it'll arrive in due time. It's not on our ego's timing, it's on divine timing. You just need to embody this energy, this stillness. I will receive what I have to receive whenever it's time. Remember who you are. Empress energy. Look how big my candle is right now. I don't really want to move it that much. Look at this. Can you see that? Well, now it doesn't look as big, but it's huge right now. And also, if you're someone who maybe overspends when you're feeling a little bit emotionally neglected or emotionally, unstable, this is something you need to work on as well. Not giving into that temptation. 6 of Cups. Five of Wands. I feel like you're going to be feeling a little bit hostile. It's not hostile. It's a little bit of chaos within, having to do with the 6 of Cups, with the memories and, those. I feel it's more going to be like the memories are going to be more of the competition, of, the backstabbing, of the chaos in the arguments. It's more of that, conflict energy. You're going to be in conflict within. But King of Wands, you need to lead. Could have liked Zoro. I want one more. One more for 5 of Wands. Yes, it's part of karmic justice. And they all came up upright. Did you not see that? Heed that call. You yourself are someone who needs to heed that call, needs to awaken. Look at my candle. Do you see the size of that? Do you see that? Can you see that? It's up to here. It's literally up to here. You guys, there's an awakening happening having to do with this. These emotions that you're feeling with that 5 of Wands, it's to awaken you. It's to put awareness within you. To go through a renewal. To understand why it was there. And again, King of Wands. And Queen of Cups, I love that. Connecting with your emotions. That's beautiful. 8 of Pentacles, dedicated effort. You're almost there. You're almost there. You just need to trust. From here to December, you're going to be having a lot of, yes, you will be having certain movement, but I feel like it's more the movement that you have a certain expectation of the movement that I feel is not going to be met. You just need to remove that expectation. There's a reason why that no expectations came out. Whatever this new journey is, this new, this new journey with this Fool, it's more of you and your soul's development. And even permanence in your 3D with Pentacle Path. But you need to be patient. You need to be patient with yourself. You need to let go of certain things. You just need to trust. You just need to trust. You didn't get lovers or anything like that. It's literally just you need to work on yourself. You need to work on yourself. You need to just focus on yourself. But really, and now my both ears are starting to ring and it hurts. You need to listen to yourself. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. You just need to trust. Be in that Empress energy. Just be in that stillness. All right, let's confirm with these. I haven't used these in a while. Let's confirm with these. Literally time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Let's confirm. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of love and life. Give thanks Giving thanks is important for this collective. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. You need to remove what is limiting that belief. And embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. And there's that. There you go. There's that twin flame card. Your passion ignites. Fire climax approaches. That's what I heard with that one. All right. All right. Okie dokie. So we have citrine and we have selenite. So courage, strength, new beginning, enlightenment, 111. But cleansing out the energy, negative energy. The time has, you got the 155. You could be seeing this at 155, but my 155 clock. Remember what I said. You're going through the, are you sure you want to delete this? You put yes. But smile more, focusing on what satisfies you emotionally and what makes you smile. And also, you know, I'm seeing that card even though it didn't come out. It's the in moments in small moments of even sorrow or happiness, just smile, you know, being grateful for even the bad times, because the bad times is what teaches us. But then you got the little note, the music note. You could be into music. You guys could be sharing information through music, or, you know, communicating through music, but cutting out that negativity. Cut it out. Cut it out. And wear the crown, be the crown. You are the crown. Empress energy, sign. And we have initials, N, R, and T. Important birthday, I said for a reason. Important dates, birthdays, synchronized numbers you might be seeing on YouTube. Look up. 132 came out a lot for this collective, so I feel like that's something you need to look. Scorpio energy, confirmation to what I said before. Scorpio is important. You have 7654 321. 666, you could be seeing a lot. 6 of the 5th, 5th of the 6th, 5th of the 4th, 4th of the 5th. 44, masculine, Hierophant energy, but Emperor energy as well. 10th of the 4th, 4th of the 10th, 16th of the 4th, 16th of the 7th, 16th of the 5th. 17th of the 4th, 17th of the 5th. 64 as an angel number. Again, you have 64 come out twice, but 44 again come out twice. 4th of the 4th, portal energy. 222 unexpected miracles. That's what it was. Unexpected miracles. Sign 22nd of the 2nd is important. It came out again. 24th of the 2nd, 0 cycle completion, a new cycle, creating the space for that new cycle. 30th of the 4th, 30th of the 5th. I said it for a reason. 30th of the 6th. 64 again. The creator is by your side, the flower of life. And did you not? I don't know if maybe this collective you knew that, but did you know that Merkaba, the Merkaba in 3D is literally the flower of life in 2D? I did not know that. That was insane. I saw it, I was like, oh my God, of course it is. But yeah, and 444 as well. All right, beautiful people. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I love you all, and I will see you all very, very soon. Mwah. Bye, guys.